Here we will go through the procedure to scan a book to get the information from Amazon. We will then do a little bit of research on the book to see what pricing would be on other sites, and then we will capture the book into the list, and we will do a scan of the image of the book in order to obtain an image to send up to the online services. So we begin by pressing the green Create Batch button at the top of the screen. We click on that. That starts a batch mode. We then use the barcode scanner to scan a book, and Amazon is asked for the data. We obtain the data from Amazon. We get a research tool window. This window is intended to provide you the opportunity to update some data on the book. You can set status and condition. We can add condition notes down here. For example, if I click in defects, it brings up a window where I can use the classic defect data manager to insert a phrase. I can do the same with features and add a phrase there and save that back to the book. I can set the condition. I can set a price. If I press this button and I'm on the touch screen, I can use that to actually directly enter a price using touch. That's these little button indicators that show that it'll bring up a number pad next to it. If I then want to see what the offers from Amazon look like, this is the offers form where we capture the data and place it into a sortable screen here, where I can see only the very good or only the acceptable or something to that effect. I can apply it. Other things that I can do in here are to view the book on Amazon. Here's the book record on Amazon. It was on Aid Books. I get there by clicking the Aid Books button. I can view the offers on Amazon directly as opposed to that little window, and this lets me peruse the window. And of course you can use the Amazon settings here. You can view Prime offers if you're an FBA person or Prime offers matter to you. All of these other buttons do, for instance, this one here does Biblio, and it allows us to see the book on Biblio and look at the pricing. And the general idea is that you have a variety of research sites available to you such that you can do research on the book to determine what the proper price for the book is. We can also do certain title data form searches and ISBN data form searches of your database. This is to look at, in this case I have no books in the database that match, but these two buttons down here let you look at your data from your inventory for reference to see about the book. In this particular case, we're done. We've looked at the sales rank up here. When we hit the enter here, it produces a profit. And in this case, I'm going to make $4, which the way that this is set up is an acceptable profit. I'll hit accept to accept the book. It'll be entered into the list. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to acquire an image from my scanner. It does not match this particular book, so it's just for test purposes only. I've already selected my device, so I don't need to do that. I'm going to hit acquire image. This acquires it from the scanner. A typical scanner interface comes up. I have, as you can see, a Brother multifunction scanner. This will differ depending upon your particular scanner. I generally like to do the preview first, as you'll see why. And we're going to do some cropping in here, but I'm going to leave a little bit left for the window that does it. After this, I hit scan. I've set my scan settings previously. Transfers the data, and now I realize, oops, I have a little bit more cropping to do, so I'll press the crop image button in BookTrakker here in ScanIt, and the small cursor here that you see, the cross, tells me that I'm now ready to crop. I will drag the window across and set my crop window. The scissors in the middle show me that I'm ready to crop, so I click to crop. And once it's cropped, I can save the image. I can set my image quality here. We generally recommend 90, but you can override it with the slider. You can also adjust contrast and brightness here, and you can pick what you're looking at. We require a display for the initial image, But after that, you can pick one of these other image types and it will assign a code, and that will allow you to send multiple images up to a service. When we're all said and done, we will save the image. That produces an image in the images folder with the SKU associated with the file name, such that when we send it up to a service, it matches against the SKU. BookTrakker, ScanIt, and ImageIt all put this together to automate this process so that you don't have to do anything other than what you've just seen here. So we're all set, so I'm going to close the window. And now what I need to do is I'm going to transfer to BookTrakker to get the data over to BookTrakker. This process is required to get the data from the scan list into BookTrakker. As noted, if you have BookTrakker open and you wish to see the new record, press the refresh button in the lower left corner of BookTrakker and we will see it. That concludes our initial scanning of a single book into BookTrakker.